Alec Baldwin, 67 years old in 2025. Al Leong, 72 years old in 2025. Al Pacino, 85 years old in 2025. Anthony Quinn, 110 years old, deceased in 2001 and 2025. Bolo Yeong, 79 years old in 2025. Bill Duke, 82 years old in 2025. Billy Chong, 67 years old in 2025. Brad Pitt, 61 years old in 2025. Burt Lancaster, 112 years old, deceased in 1994 and 2025. Charlton Heston, 102 years old, deceased in 2008 and 2025. Clint Eastwood, 95 years old in 2025. Conan Lee, 73 years old in 2025. David Hasselhoff, 73 years old in 2025. Dolph Lundgren, 67 years old in 2025. Donnie Yen, 62 years old in 2025. Dustin Hoffman, 87 years old in 2025. Frank Sinatra, 110 years old, deceased in 1998 and 2025. Gary Daniels, 61 years old in 2025. Gene Hackman, 95 years old in 2025. Gregory Peck, 109 years old, deceased in 2003 and 2025. Humphrey Bogart, 126 years old, deceased in 1957 and 2025. Jackie Chan, 71 years old in 2025. Jack Lemmon, 100 years old, deceased in 2001 and 2025. Jack Nicholson, 88 years old in 2025. James Dean, 94 years old, deceased in 1955 and 2025. Jean-Claude Van Damme, 65 years old in 2025. Jet Li, 62 years old in 2025. Keanu Reeves, 61 years old in 2025. Kevin Costner, 70 years old in 2025. Lorenzo Lamas, 67 years old in 2025. Louis Fan, 51 years old in 2025. Mark Wahlberg, 53 years old in 2025. Marlon Brando, 101 years old, deceased in 2004 and 2025. Mel Gibson, 69 years old in 2025. Michael Jai White, 57 years old in 2025. Nicolas Cage, 61 years old in 2025. Paul Newman, 100 years old, deceased in 2008 and 2025. Peter O'Toole, 93 years old, deceased in 2013 and 2025. Philip Rye, 64 years old in 2025. Richard Burton, 100 years old, deceased in 1984 and 2025. Robert De Niro, 82 years old in 2025. Robert Redford, 89 years old in 2025. Sammo Hung, 73 years old in 2025. Scott Adkins, 49 years old in 2025. Sean Connery, 95 years old, deceased in 2020 and 2025. Sidney Poitier, 98 years old, deceased in 2022 and 2025. Steve McQueen, 95 years old, deceased in 1980 and 2025. Tony Jaa, 49 years old in 2025. Viggo Mortensen, 67 years old in 2025.